Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. Now today I'm talking about an experience from work yet again. Now today at work, right, I finished up my shift, I cleaned everything up, I was ready to go, and now all I'm doing is waiting for the girl who does the evening shift to rock up and begin working. Firstly, she's late. So to be honest, I was a little bit pissed off that she was late because now I have to wait around. And then when she finally does rock up, she's looking all haggard and really tired and really grumpy and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, we'll just ease this in because if I just jump in there, she could bite my fucking head off. So I'm like, I take her over to the table, we sit down, I'm like, is everything okay? Boom. Bursts into tears, like full on tears, starts fully sobbing, and then begins to tell me this story about an ex-boyfriend who now has a girlfriend who's playing with her heart and emotions and this and that, and I'm just getting confused and lost because, to be honest, as soon as emotions come into a conversation, actual emotions, I just get confused. So she goes through her story and goes, oh, he's treating me like shit, he's doing this, he's doing that, it's the fourth time. That's where my brain just paused for a minute. Fourth time. Now, the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. What this girl is doing with this man for the fourth time is the definition of stupidity. Other people who I told about her story to, when I went upstairs because I ran away from her because I didn't know how to deal with it without shouting at her and calling her a fucking idiot, which would have got me fired. Instead, I'm like, oh, that sucks, and ran away and went and talked to the chef about it. I'm like, oh, this girl's down there talking about how her boyfriend's treating her like shit and it's the fourth time and she keeps getting screwed and doing this and doing that. Now, my chef's a little bit of a softie, so he went downstairs and he cheered her up. And on the way home, he's given me a sap story saying, poor girl, she's got bad luck, she's got this, she's got that. I'll concede the girl probably does have bad luck. The bad things that go on in her life with her family and with her health, that's bad luck. But getting fucked around by a guy over and 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 over again is fucking stupid. I'm sorry, I do not have sympathy for these women who keep chasing after the same fucking cunt who has proven himself to be a cunt, who acts like a cunt, who is a fucking cunt in essence, and you keep going back to him and expecting him to stop being a cunt. Your logic is completely vacant. It's no longer in your brain. It must have fell out of your head at some point in your life because that is fucking stupid. Look, if you get with a guy the first time and he treats you like a piece of shit, that's a mistake. The second time, well, that's poor judgment. You shouldn't have trusted him. But the third time and beyond that, that's fucking stupid. I mean, you give a person 2 chances at most. If they keep treating you like shit, the logical thing to do is fuck them off. Goodbye. If all they do is treat you like shit, if they give you nothing, if all they're doing is making you upset, what the fuck is the point? Why do you keep going back to this person? I do not understand this. And the thing that annoys me about this circumstance the most is, if a woman does this, if a woman keeps going back to a guy, everyone goes, heartbroken girl, poor thing, she just can't get it together. Instead of just admitting that she's being a dickhead by making the same mistake over and over again. But if a man in the exact same situation, roles reversed, does the same thing, if he's with a girl who treats her like shit and he keeps going back to her, he's called desperate and he's ridiculed and he's called like a virgin and just totally fucking annihilated with insults. But a woman does it and it's totally fine. It's like, I don't understand this. Both sides are wrong. To ridicule the man is wrong. You have to set him in his place and say, look, you're being a dickhead making the same mistake over and over again. And when it comes to the women, you do the same thing right to their face. Because the reason why these women keep continually getting screwed over is because everyone gives them the sap thing. Oh, here's a hug, here's this, here's that, are you okay? No. Everyone basically gives them a reward, attention, which basically means they learn nothing from their experience. If someone just had the balls to go up to the person and say, look, he was a cunt when you first met him, he was a cunt the second time you went out with him, he was a cunt the third time you went out with him, this is the 5th time and he's still a cunt. Why aren't you fucking getting it? He's a cunt. Reject him. Simple. What the fuck are you crying about? That's like stubbing your toe on something and going, fuck, that hurt, and then smacking it into the same thing again and going, oh my god, that hurt. I totally didn't expect that. I stubbed it the first time and it hurt, and I thought if I stubbed it harder, it would hurt less. What's going on here? It's called not having logic. This isn't a sad story. This isn't, oh, let's feel sorry for her. Let's fucking teach these kind of people. No. You cannot do this. You cannot try and get me to cry and get all fucking sympathetic and, use my shoulder for something you to cry on when all you're doing is making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. If you're not going to learn from your mistakes, fucking deal with them. That's it. That's what being an adult is. Women want equality? Well, that's what men have. That's what men are based on, basically. When a man makes a mistake the first time, he's forgiven. When he does it the second time, he's fucked off. If women want equality, that's equality. That's what you'll get. You'll get to fuck up once. If you do it again, you're fucked off. Because that's how men work. You want equality? That's what we got. No more crying on my shoulder because your boyfriend dumped you for the 37th time. No, you want equality? This is how a man would have this. This is how it will go down for a man. Oh, my girlfriend dumped me again. You're a fucking idiot. I told you the first time. She's a cunt. Stay away from her. You're a fucking moron. No sympathy. Get back to work. That's equality. But we don't have equality in this fucking era. We have domination, where women can do their sap story, and it's totally okay, everyone. Oh, you poor thing. A man does it and he's called desperate and told to get the fuck back to work. Load of bullshit. The whole thing. The fact that people keep making the same mistakes over and over again, that's bullshit, and I have no sympathy. And the fact that men get treated like shit when they do the same actions as women do who get all the congratulations, that's fucking bullshit as well. Fuck your sympathy. Fuck off. Tell me when you got a real problem. Don't fucking litter my brain with this fucking childish bullshit. This is stuff that girls in fucking high school do. They go out with the bad boy. Oh, but he's a bad boy. I can change him. When you're 16, that's forgivable. When you're 23, seriously, grow the fuck up, grow a pair, and tell the cunt to fuck off. Keeps it real. Mad as a goat.